Do you know the feeling where you want to have friends but just hate to socialize? Well, a lot of people feel like that. In fact, a lot of us find that after high school it becomes increasingly more difficult to make new friends. And that might be because your friends move away for college or you're just busy working all the time. But instead of going out there and making new friends, we go and watch anime, play video games and make friends online. And that's fine and good until we realize we're lonely and we haven't actually lived the life that we actually want to live, right? And then when we look back, we realize we missed out on friends, parties, and girls. But what I'm here to tell you is that you can change a wasted life around. And it does not matter what stage you are at currently. I promise. I'm going to give you the top 3 tips that I wish I would have known 10 years ago that would have helped me make up for my wasted teenage life. Number 1, keep a reflective journal. And I'm not talking about diary, a reflective journal. Basically, what you're doing is, with the journal, you kind of like describe who you want to be, where you want to end up, the perfect self. What does your perfect self look like, right? And then work your way backwards. For example, let's say you want to be somebody who everybody gravitates towards, who has a lot of friends, who's really good with girls, who can socialize with anyone, by himself, anywhere around the world. Let's say you have set yourself a 24-month goal. Then you want to work your way backwards. What do you need to look like 20 months from now in order to make it to your 24-month perfect self, right? In my instance, I decided to actually make a small group of friends, some girlfriends and some guy friends, right? And then 18 months from there, I decided to work out because since my 20-month self is attractive to girls, I wanted to make sure that I hit the target by 20 months. So I started working out and kind of like putting on some muscle mass, right? And that's what you want to do. You want to project yourself way into the future and work your way back. Do this until you are where you are now, right? And in your sheet, I want you to kind of like put an action column. This means describe each action you will have to take in order to develop the confidence to make it to the next step, right? To become eventually your 24 month perfect self, right? And that is a long-term goal though. But you want to track each and every day and describe what made you happy, how you have worked towards your 24 months goal, and how did you actually fail to do the tasks that actually would help you progress to your 24-month goal, and most importantly, what change needs to be done. If you want to actually use the document on the screen right now, you can actually get it by actually signing up for my email list right here. If you continuously stick with this, I promise you, you'll be fine. You will have friends in no time. And the funny thing is, once you actually become really good at socializing, the girls will follow. They're the ones to actually realize that you have potential. They're the first ones to realize that you have potential. And everything will all of a sudden seem to kind of like fall in place. But it starts with you keeping a journal. But yeah, just back to my point. I'm telling you, the tip that I'm giving you is so effective and so simple. I already know that 90% of the people watching right now won't do it because it's just too simple. It's too good to be true, right? But I'm telling you, and it's working. And the thing that started me off, that actually changed my mindset, where I realized I can improve, is that most people are not socially awkward because there's something wrong with them. But instead, people are socially awkward because they just don't know how to socialize. And this is basically, and this tool I just gave you will teach you how to socialize. You will basically teach yourself how to socialize, and it's working. Technically, you could literally switch the video off right now and go on about your life and apply these tips. And if you stick with it, I promise you, I guarantee you, you will not fail. You will not fail. Moving on, tip number 2. See everything as a test. If you follow the nose, if you get rejected, if something doesn't work out, see it as a test. Don't see it as a failure, see it as a test. See it as like, oh shit, what could I have done differently for it to work next time? So always, if you try something and it's not working, try and change one small thing to get a different result. And once you find something that is working for you, capitalize on that. I can't stress enough. If you find something that is working, do more of it. Social people, confident people, they capitalize on things that are already working and get rid of things that are not working. So they have like got a list of things that are working and they make it part of them, right? And that's why they're so confident when it comes to talking to people, because they know these things are working. And when we see those confident people, we get to like them by default because they continuously bring out things in their arsenal that are continuously working. And that's why they get like the promotion, that's why they get the girls they want, that's why they get the things that we potentially could have gotten. Because the thing about life, let me tell you the thing about life. In life, you never get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. And if you actually capitalize on the things that are working, you do more of them, then you will get what you want in life. You will make the friends that you want to have. You will actually get the girls that you want to date. And you will actually, that loneliness, the isolation, playing video games all night, watching anime, that will stop. Now, anime, I don't know, because anime is pretty good, right? But the loneliness will at least stop, right? Moving on to tip number 3, comfortably get out of your comfort zone. What I mean by that is, don't rush it. When you hear the terms get out of your comfort zone, most people misconstrue it and think about jumping into the deep end, which is not true, because like that you will crash and burn and never recover. But what I instead advocate is slowly expose yourself to things that you are scared of, whether it's rejection, whether it is, like being more assertive, and then try in low-stakes situation. Because in this way, should you fail, should you get rejected, should it not work out, it still will hurt, but it's just enough hurt, it's just enough pain for you to actually deal with and actually build up on it. Like you will kind of like toughen up. And the thing about rejection, let's say you're scared of rejection and you practice in low-stakes situations, it won't hurt as much, but you realize that the anticipation of rejection is worse than the actual rejection. Let that sink in. Because once you actually let that sink in, you realize rejection is not that frequent and it's not that bad as I used to think it was, and you will start going for things more often, right? But the key thing here is to actually go after things slowly and little by little. Don't rush it, like go on your own pace, right? Build on the things, on the top tips that I've given you, and do it. I promise you, you'll be fine, right? Because these are the tips that I wish that I've accumulated over my experience of 10 years of actually working on myself, the self-improvement thing. And knowing this alone would have saved me so much pain, so much time, and so much rejection. And now, for the people who actually need a little bit more guidance, who need help actually getting over that hurdle of getting started, right? I've created a little course for you that you can access down below by clicking the claim your spot button. And in this course, I will basically give you my 10 years of experience, 10 years studying psychology, my experience of actually approaching people, talking to people, and actually winning them over and making them lasting friends. And tell you the simple tricks that are working and demonstrate it for you and break down what is working and what is not working. And most importantly, I will give you the step-by-step guides on how you can gain that confidence, build that confidence, and actually replicating and repeating the same results. It's a lot easier than you think it is, because there's a formula, there's a way to doing it. And I already know that some of you will think, oh, Jouhzu, you've already made it. It won't work on me. Well, I have an answer to that as well. I basically used to be in your spot. I used to have social anxiety. I used to be super awkward, and I used to be not like I'm now. And I would find it very difficult to take advice from somebody who has already made it, because you can't imagine them ever to have struggled. The way I started off was mini steps, right? Instead of to practice talking to people, I started practicing to talk to myself in front of a camera. I'm about to graduate from Durham University, and I'm interested in looking, how many takes do I have to take? Literally, that was me. I was super awkward and I couldn't even talk to the camera. So the things that I'm telling you, and they will accelerate your progress. Rather than taking 10 years, you will only take 20 months, 18 months. Not everybody will need my course. If you're confident, that's fine, that's good. But the way you will know whether my course is for you or not is ask yourself honestly, have I lived the best life? Have I made the most out of my life? If the answer is yes, fair play, good on you, right? But if the answer is no, and you're tired of the loneliness, the awkwardness, and the hassle of actually avoiding social situations, then my course is definitely for you. And I'll give you the step-by-step, the steps that you have to take to actually get to where you want to, whether you want to be popular, whether you want to be good with girls, whether you just want to make up for the time lost to social anxiety, right? And this really works. And here's what some of the people said that I actually socialized with. Describe to those people how I met you guys and implemented the skills that I actually used to meet you, you know, like how would it help them?
What you did was pretty clever, since it's not easy to enter a group which is like close and sitting all around. That was something you saw and were like aware of, and you waited for the right moment to enter and to try. And think that is one of the most important things, to see this moment, or to see like a chance where it can work. And if you look at how it worked out in the end, that's something that worked.
I don't know, I just think you did it really well.
Yeah?
So, my Jeep, you know what I'm saying?
For real?
Like, it's just, the number one thing is to not be, I know it's got to be almost...
You were kind of open.
Yeah.
Really open-minded.
And it's like a natural openness.
One thing I did bad and one thing I did well, to teach people how to actually meet people.
You did good by just walking like right to it, like walking to me and start talking.
Yeah.
But bad, I don't think you did anything bad really.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah?
Oh, you did one thing bad though.
Tell me.
You didn't introduce yourself. I don't think so.
Yeah. If there was maybe a tip you would give people like me who want to speak to girls like you know, that your friend group, how would you give me an advice? Like, how would I approach you?
Like you've done, that was pretty good.
Hi, this is Coach Redpill. I'm a fan of Jouhzu, and I've been following his channel for a while. I think that his videos of his travels are incredibly interesting, and the questions he asks, the interviews he does with the people he meets are just great.
So for those who don't know me yet, I'll give you access to a trial of my course. All you have to do is put in your email and sign up for my email list, and I'll send you a link to my course. You won't have to put any payments in. You don't have to log in or anything. None of that inconvenience. All you have to do is actually click the link and actually get the course. That's all you have to do. But here's one condition. You will get the trial under one condition. All I'm asking you to do is help somebody else. Since you are at the self-improvement stage of your life, I trust that you recognize if somebody else is going through the same struggle as you are, just help them out. Just give them like the 3 tips that I've given you and help them get out of their social anxiety prison. Just like you would want somebody to help you out when you were struggling, right? And you can get the free trial by signing up to my email list. But for those who are already part of Team Jouhzu, who already know the quality of my work, all you've got to do is click the claim your spot button, and it will lead you to my checkout page. And on my checkout page, you have like a chance to get bonus videos which are related to my course, right? And in order to get the bonus videos, all you have to do is fill out your details before the timer. You will see a timer there that will say you have to fill out the details before it hits 0. Once you have actually completed your details and finished the payment process before the timer ends, you will get the full course and the bonus as a lifetime access. In terms of payment process, the way it will work is you can pay by PayPal, or you can pay via Stripe. With Stripe, you can actually add your credit card details, and you will have the option to actually follow a 3-month payment plan. And the 3-month payment plan is basically where you pay in installments over the course of 3 months. And if you feel like the course was not worth your while, just email me and you'll get 100% of your money back while still having lifetime access to the course. This is how confident I am about this course working. And once you have access to the course, you will be part of my focus group. That's basically a small community that consists of people that are just like you and me, right? We're basically going literally through the exact same thing, and we're supporting each other, giving each other advice, and actually sharing our accomplishments, sharing our progress, and kind of like, you know, supporting each other, because it is very difficult to find people who are like-minded, who are going through the same thing and through the same struggle, right? So you will become part of the focus group, and you will be guided by me personally. I will give you a guide for your own personal situation. Before I let you go and meet you on the other side, I want to leave you with something that my mentor told me, and I think it's very profound, and I think it will help you. He said to me, most people with social anxiety wait for the day where life gets easier. But the truth is, life never really gets easier. Life gets harder by the day. And it's your and my responsibility to learn and acquire the skills in order to actually deal with life. Profound, huh? Well, I'll see you on the other side.